Can you hear me? No, है ना? आप किस नाम से ज्वाइन किया मैम? मेरा मेरा इसमें साउंड नहीं आ रहा। आप किस नाम से ज्वाइन किया? पहले तो मैंने रेमा चक्रवर्ती देखने तो दीजिए कहाँ पर है। दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम इज हैपनिंग। यू आर एंटर्ड है कि रेमा चक्रवर्ती के नाम से। हाँ, हो गया, देख लिया। जस्ट अ मिनट मैम, आपको पहले ना, हाँ, so as that is so, आपको राइट देने दीजिए मुझे। रेमा का ऑथेंटिकेटेड और साइन। थोड़ा से ना यहाँ पर हमको लगता है कि मेक इट को होस्ट कर दिया। ओके, नाउ यू कैन अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ।
Yes.
Can unmute yourself.
Yes. Now I'll share.
Now let me see that what is happening. Sound आ रहा है मेरा? नहीं है ना? Can you hear me now?
I can hear, but sharing option is not there.
I'm giving you.
Okay, let me tweet or something.
No, nothing had to do. Just wait. Making you presenter. Presenter. आप फिर से कर दीजिए क्या?
Let me. आ रहा है मैम?
Your sound is coming.
No, the screen.
Screen is visible.
Okay. Then it's okay.
So only problem is that my sound is not coming.
And your sound is coming to me.
That is इससे है ना, देखो इसको डिस्कनेक्ट करो मोबाइल को।
अच्छा, मैं ऑफ करती हूँ।
हेलो हेलो।
Yes ma'am, I can hear.
You can hear my sound is audible.
Yes ma'am, your sound
Thank
is
you very
audible.
much, ma'am. Thank you. After a long time, it's really it's my pleasure to see you and listen you nicely. And to all the participants, sorry for the 2-3 minutes delay. The today's excite. Just a minute, ma'am. Hi, Manshu. मैंने start बात करने बात. No. हो गया. We are already started. So it's a fantastic trainer, experienced teacher, and from the heart itself, always feel to teach something good and for the betterment of the students. And in her heart, always she does everything for the children only. And she's a principal of the BD Public Schools. And today she's going to teachers, or it's not teachers sharing us that how we can make the classroom more effective. We know that day by day the problems are increasing and the students also under stress, as well as teachers too. Now over to Rema ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for giving me an opportunity. And we as teachers, we always try to make our classrooms happy and excited, because ultimately our goal is to create a classroom environment where every student is happy, and not only that, they are happy to come to the school, they are happy to be engaged in the classes, and they are excited for learning. Because if the students are not interested, if the students are not happy after coming to school, they will never learn. So ultimately, our goal is to make them learn. So let us see what we can do here. I think the screen is visible and I think I am audible to you all. So first of all, if
Absolutely.
we are, am I audible?
Yes, absolutely. And
Yeah,
the screen is visible too.
thank you. Thank you. And suppose we are going to a relative's place. Now, everybody knows when you will feel happy after going there. If you see that the place is organized, some event is there, you are valued over there, you are greeted with a big smile, and you are engaged in whatever is happening over there. Just think about our childhood times. Suppose we have gone to some relative's place where a birthday is there, or maybe a marriage is there. You are not a mature boy or a girl, but then also, if someone tells you, चलो आप कम से कम पानी परोस दो, आप कम से कम नमक नींबू और हरी मिर्च परोस दो, you feel valued. You feel that you are of some value to them. And then when you are engaged in the activities, you are greeted with a smile and you feel that everybody is understanding your value. They are taking you in every activities. You feel happy. And when you feel happy, you are happy to do whatever is given to you. The same thing happens, dear educators, when our classrooms are happy. And we are the ones who are going to make our classrooms happy. No. So, what is a happy classroom? We all know. A joyful, emotionally safe, engaging learning environment where students feel valued, supported, and motivated to learn. That is called a happy classroom. And always remember that a happy classroom balances academics with holistic development by prioritizing mental well being, emotional intelligence, collaboration, and active engagement. So, in a happy classroom, we can see some key factors. And what are they? They are positive relationship, they are emotional safety, joyful learning, mindfulness, and some breaks in between. And
Excuse me.
the students, when they are also given some responsibility and they are valued for their responsibility. We all know that we fix monitors in our classrooms. Why? There is some purpose that we give them some responsibility. We give them some value. And when we do that, we create a happy and excited classroom. So let us start our presentation and let us go to the second slide. And we are going to start it with a wonderful quote. A joyful classroom is the foundation of successful learning. If a student is not happy, if a student is not active, if the student is not joyful, then you cannot expect successful learning from them. They have to love the classroom. They have to love the teacher. They have to love whatever is happening in the class. And then only you can expect a successful learning, a positive learning from them. They will learn when they are valued. They will learn when they are happy. They will learn when they feel safe emotionally and in all other aspects. A happy classroom creates better learning. This is the key sentence of today's presentation. And students learn faster when they feel safe, respected, and excited. You can see here, they should feel safe, of course. They should not feel that it is a hostile environment and somehow if I commit mistake, the teacher will beat me. The teacher will give me severe punishment. Or if there is any mistake, I'll be facing something which is very, very hostile. So they should feel safe. They should feel respected. It happens that sometimes a student is very wrong. They have done a big blunder. They have done a mistake. But please, teachers, publicly don't give them that type of treatment which you would never like as an adult. हम लोग तो सारे ह्यूमन बीइंग हैं. हम लोग से भी बहुत बहुत गलती होता है जिंदगी में, कोई छोटा कोई बड़ा. और उसके लिए अगर पब्लिकली कोई मुझे इंसल्ट करे, क्या वो मुझे पसंद होगा? नहीं. That's why if you are actually correcting someone, then also the respect factor should never go. And remember, for a school system, for an education system, the key word is again respect, respect, and respect. And respect always comes from the top. The principal should respect the teachers should respect the students, and then only in return they will get respect. Respect begets respect. When you respect your teachers, when you respect your students, they will also respect you. So never insult even the students in public, inside the classroom. You can give a one-liner, you can state where they have gone wrong, but then publicly calling names, telling them idiots, telling them fools, telling them that they are having very bad manners, that doesn't help. If required, you call them separately and correct them. You can be very strict, but at the same time, the respectfulness should never go. Your language should be proper, your body language should be proper and gentle. And when the students, they feel safe and respected, they also feel excited about coming to school, about seeing you as your teacher, and about visiting the school as a whole. And this positive energy, it improves the participation and confidence. And when the participation is active, when the participation is positive, and when the schools are when the students are confident, then your teaching learning process will be also positive and of course successful. Why happiness matters? So let us see why we want to make a happy classroom. What happens if the classroom is not happy? Happy students pay more attention. Means when they are happy, they will be more concentrating. They will pay attention to what you are doing. They will pay attention in whatever classroom engagement is there. You are in a laboratory, they will pay more attention to the steps because they are happy, they want to be happily learning. They will participate actively. They will ask questions confidently because if they do not feel safe, they will never be confident in asking questions. Maybe they are not understanding something. But if they are not safe, if they are not emotionally safe, if they feel that the teacher can treat us in a very negative way, then they will never ask the questions. Maybe those questions are related to the basic concept. And if the basic concepts are not clear, the lesson can never develop nicely. So it is very important that the students ask questions and they ask questions confidently. They can even tell that, ma'am, whatever you have taught, I have not understood the ABCD of that. But then you, as a teacher, you should be feeling happy that the student is bold enough or confident enough to tell you where they are going wrong, where they are not, the concept is built properly. So they will ask questions and they will remember the lessons better, because at the end of the day, every human being, every student wants to learn. They want to perform nicely. So if they are happy, they will remember their lessons, and the stronger friendship between the taught, between the teacher and the taught, between the management and the students, and between the maybe the parents and the students and the teachers, this stronger friendship will actually build the basis of positive learning, of effective learning. And the result of these happy students is better academic performance and discipline. And that's what we intend to build in our school. We want their academic performance to be better, to be the best, and the discipline should be there. So if the students are happy and if the teachers are also happy, this type of better academic performance and discipline can be expected. So let us see why this happiness matters. What are the characteristics of a happy classroom? First one is friendly teacher-student relationship. The teacher-student relationship is friendly. That doesn't mean that you should just keep your hand on the shoulder of your student, or you have to behave as their uh, close buddy. No, it's not like that. There will be a very, very delicate but very, very strong line of difference between your role and the student's role. There will be a demarcation, a line of demarcation between the teacher and the student. Here, the friendship means, the relationship means that you will understand the difficulties or the problems or the mental status or the emotional status of the children, and they will also in turn will respect you and love you as their maybe classroom leader, classroom mentor. So this friendly teacher student relationship is a very, very positive something. If the students do not like you, and if you as a teacher also don't like them, and the relationship is always negative, then you can never expect that a happy classroom will be formed, and you can never expect that they will learn the lesson that you expect them to learn. So a friendly teacher-student relationship, a very positive teacher-student relationship is always a better thing. And that's a very, very prime characteristics of a happy classroom. The second thing is positive and respectful environment. I have always told, if hatred prevails, if anger prevails, if there is always some gloom inside the classroom, nobody is happy. The teacher is angry always. The students are feeling not loved, and that type of negative environment where the respect is not there from the teacher for the students, respect is not there from the students for the teacher, then that environment can never help in positive and effective learning. So positive and respectful environment is the second prime characteristics of a happy classroom. The third one is active participation from all the students. We as mentors always tell that educators, for you, it's always desired that your students will be engaged in whatever is going on inside the classroom. It's not that time that you will go on blah 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 for 40 minutes, and it's not the jugmug theory which will be successful in today's teaching learning environment. Actually, it was never successful. If the teacher comes and go on lecturing for all the 40 minutes and he will scribble something on the board and the students are not interested, then in that type of environment, you can never expect any effective learning. So there should be active participation. Maybe the teacher will speak for 2 minutes and then he will allow the students to speak and to discuss for 5 minutes. You discuss about uh, the three uh, laws of Newton, okay? And then you state one law, you explain it, and then you tell your students what have you understood. Then let them speak for the next maybe 5 minutes. And in that discussion, everything will come out. Whether the concept is built properly or the concept is not built at all, where the lacunas are there, where you can help them out. So active participation is very much required from all the students. Even the last benches, even the failures, they will remain failures if they actively don't participate in the classroom proceedings. So active participation from all students, that's also a very important characteristics of a happy classroom. And then fun and engaging activities. It is true that sometimes for serious subjects like maths, like physics, like chemistry, or English or some other subjects also, sometimes fun and engaging activities cannot be there, cannot happen. But then activities can be engaging always. And then while the activities are on, the teacher can have some funny moments together. The teacher can tell something in comparison, and when the students will smile, the teacher will smile, and the activities will be more engaging. It will involve more of the children, and they will also feel very light. Encouragement instead of fear. Particularly in case of mathematics, it happens that the students are always in fear. गलती हो जाएगा, गलती हो जाएगा तो क्या होगा, टीचर बहुत डांटेंगे, टीचर बहुत पनिशमेंट देंगे, ये पेरेंट्स कॉल हो जाएगा. Even if they do a little thing which is good, प्लीज एनकरेज देम. अरे वाह, आप तो ये मल्टीप्लिकेशन जो है जबरदस्त किया, पूरा ठीक किया, लास्ट में जाके थोड़ा गलती हो गया. Give them encouragement, it's required. So these 5 are actually the prime characteristics of a happy classroom. Let us remember them once more. That's a friendly teacher-student relationship. The second one is positive and respectful environment. Then active participation from all the students, fun and engaging activities, and the encouragement instead of fear. Now, in the whole thing, what is the role of the teacher? Yes, nowadays we tell that the student is at the center of our teaching learning procedures. But then we all know that in the classroom, when you are there as the mentor, then role of the teacher is very, very important. It's true that we also revolve around the requirements and the needs of the children, but then your role is very, very important. A teacher should smile and greet students warmly. You remember when I have started the training, I told that when you go somewhere and if they don't greet you with a broad smile, you will never feel welcomed. You will never feel valued. So in the morning or whenever you meet your students, please remember to smile and greet them warmly. A good warm good morning or a good warm good afternoon will be magical for them and for the entire class. And your warmth, your internal warmth should be obvious. It will not be a plastic smile. It will not be an artificial smile, but you greet your students with love and warmth. You appreciate every effort of them. कुछ भी किया, छोटा सा काम किया, which is positive, please appreciate them. वाह बेटा, बहुत अच्छा किया. आपका ये drawing जो है ना, बहुत बेहतरीन है. चलो, let us display it outside the class. So appreciation, we all need appreciation. आप आपका घर में देखो, आप पूरा दिन मेहनत करके कुछ बनाया, और डाइनिंग टेबल में सब लोग जब खाने के लिए बैठा, वो लोग एक भी बात नहीं किया, "अरे, अच्छा हुआ, कुछ हुआ, ये नहीं हुआ." एंड ऑन द कंट्री, यू इफ यू आर अप्रिशिएटेड, वाह बहुत अच्छा बनाया, ये सब्जी तो जो है ना लाजवाब बना, you feel what will be your mental status? When you are appreciated a little bit, you want to do so much better. तो बच्चा के लिए भी, बच्चा अगर कुछ भी अच्छा करे और उसको अप्रिसिएशन मिल जाए, उसको नेक्स्ट डे लगेगा कि हम और बहुत अच्छा करें ताकि मुझे और अप्रिसिएशन मिले। हम लोग सारे अप्रिसिएशन की भूखा है। सो अप्रिशिएट एवरी एफर्ट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स, encourage creativity. Some student is thinking out of the box. He or she is creative enough. कुछ भी ऐसा किया जो और सब लोग नहीं कर पाते हैं। Please encourage the creativity. Listen patiently. बच्चा के साथ जब आप कुछ डिस्कस कर रहे हो, यू आर ट्राइंग टू फील वेयर देयर इज द डिफिकल्टी, तो इट मस्ट बी देयर दैट यू हैव अ पेशेंट हियरिंग। पहले सुनिए तो बच्चा बोलना क्या चाहता है। I remember in my previous school also and in the present school also, when a student gets a punishment, maybe a little harsh punishment, the student sometimes cries, एक बार मुझे मैम के पास जाने दीजिए, मुझे एक बार बात करने दीजिए. Why they feel that I will be patient enough to listen to them? सबका बात सुनना बहुत जरूरी है। अगर आप सुनोगे नहीं तो आप समझोगे नहीं, आप समझोगे नहीं तो आप कभी भी अच्छा काम कर नहीं सकते हो। एटलीस्ट इन दिस एरेना ऑफ एजुकेशन, please be patient enough while listening to the student, while listening to the parent, and also while listening to the management. When they are asking, they are telling about their expectation, listen to them. Don't go in Daniel mood. मेरे से नहीं हुआ है, हम तो कभी गलत नहीं कर सकते हैं, हम ऐसे कैसे करेंगे, ये सारा प्रॉब्लम है। Be patient. When you are a teacher, patience is your foremost quality. Listen with patience and listen to all the stakeholders. Use positive language. Instead of saying wrong answer, say good try. Let us think again together. अच्छा काम किए हो, कोशिश किए हो, चलो फिर से सोचते हैं इसको कैसे बेहतर बनाया जाए। Now, whenever we are talking about happy classroom, remember that a disorganized classroom can never be a happy one. आप सोचो ना, आप कोई भी जगह में जाते हो, अगर वो ऑर्गेनाइज नहीं है, क्लीन नहीं है, क्लियर नहीं है, प्रॉपर वेंटिलेशन नहीं है, will you feel like staying over there? In the same way, when we talk about a happy classroom, the environment should be happy, but for that, there are some basic doable. The basic things which you have to take care is your advanced classroom management techniques. Whatever resources are there in the classroom or whatever resources are available in the school, you have to actually manage them efficiently so that they can be used or they can be enjoyed by your learners. So be it time, be it the number of books available in the library or the number of computers that are available in your computer classroom or the smart board, whatever things, whatever physical resources are available, whatever time is available, whatever human resources are available, it is essential to manage them in a advanced way. Take a moment to think back to your time as a student and recall some of your favorite courses. Maybe it was your school days or it were your college days. Very likely those classes were well organized and assignments were clear, unambiguous. The lectures and the classroom discussions were focused and interesting, and the teacher conveyed a passion for teaching and compassion for the students. Both are equally important. If there should be passion for teaching, then also there should be compassion for the students. Whenever there's a gap, you need to be patient enough to hear to them, to listen to them, to understand their difficulties, and to get back with all positivity. So, how can you create such an environment in your own classroom or in your own school? So, effective classroom management is essential for fostering a positive learning environment. Nowadays, there are many advanced techniques of classroom management that promote effective engagement of the students, that reduce behavior issues, because behavior issues will be there. There will be 10 students in your classroom whose standards are not very good. Maybe they will be weak students. There will be some of the students who are having some learning difficulties, who are having some other issues, a broken family, some economic issues. The books are not there, the copies are not there. But then you need to manage them effectively, and you have to reduce the behavior issues and enhance the overall classroom happiness. Creating a happy classroom that actually is building an environment where students are feeling safe, students are feeling respected, they are feeling engaged and motivated to learn. So all these aspects are equally important. The the aspect of safety. Safety means mental safety and emotional safety. The respect aspect should be there. Respect from both the sides. And they are to be engaged in the classroom proceedings. And they are to be motivated to learn. So, the classroom management techniques which can make the classrooms happy, let us see how to get them. So, what is classroom management? We know that this is the process which the teachers or the educators use to ensure that the classroom lessons run smoothly without any disruptive behavior from students. Yes, there will be students who will throwing papers or cheats to each other, who will be talking between them, who will not be listening to the teacher effectively. But then it includes your classroom management includes the prevention of disruptive behavior and effectively responding to it after it happens. And such disruptions may range from normal peer conflict to more severe disturbances of the social class dynamics, bullying among students, which make it impossible for the affected students to concentrate. But then you need to respond, and you need to respond in such a way that your students understand what is expected of them, what is not expected out of them, and what are the classroom rules. So here we'll talk about something which is known as positive narration. So what is positive narration? Whenever required, whenever there is a problem in the class, there is any disruptive behavior, you need to, as a teacher, you need to describe and reinforce the desired behavior publicly. आपके क्लास में अगर आपको पसंद है कि आप जब कुछ पूछते हो, suppose you are asking a question, you will see 10 students will jump out of their seat and they will tell the answer at one go and nothing will be audible. तो आपको शुरुआत के दिन से बोलना है कि a mass answer is no answer. If I am asking you a question, I expect you to just keep your hand up. I will see your hand and I will ask you to stand up and tell your answer. So from the very beginning, if you don't let them know about your expectations, they will not behave properly. So this type of techniques should be there when you can prevent the disruptive behavior by positive narration. What are the components of classroom management? You must have done so many training sessions of classroom management, and you all know that it has actually three basic, you can tell, compartments. That's the content management, the conduct management, and the coherent management. Content management is management of the syllabus, management of the academic resources, management of the different physical resources that they need to use in their classroom. Then, of course, the time is also one of them. You have to manage the time, the syllabus, the class proceedings, the lab activities, and everything. That is your content management. Then comes your conduct management. You need to manage the behavior of the students. The positive behaviors are to be reinforced and the negative behaviors are to be prevented. So the conduct management is also a part of classroom management. And then the third is covenant management, where there is some unwritten mutual contract between the students and the teacher. आप मेरे साथ ऐसे बिहेव करोगे, आपसे ये एक्सपेक्टेशन है, आप भी मेरे से इस एक्सपेक्टेशन रख सकते हो, और there will be a respect, mutual respectful environment. That's more about the covenant management. So what are the components? I have already told the content, the conduct, and the covenant management. They are the essential components of effective classroom management, which foster a positive learning environment. So let us go a little broader. We will tell that content management involves the organization, the structuring, and the delivery of educational material in a way that engage the students. तो आप क्लासरूम में जो भी करते हो, selecting and sequencing the instructional resources, आप किस लेसन के बाद किस लेसन को पढ़ाओगे, आप किस फॉर्मूला के बाद किस फॉर्मूला को एक्सप्लेन करोगे, what will be the flow of your classroom, what will be the flow of your syllabus, at what time you need to take your class to the lab, at what time you need to explain, at what time there will be a project. So effective content management will ensure that the material, whatever you are giving to them, is relevant, is logical, and it should resonate with the students' interest, and it must foster curiosity and critical thinking. This component, that is content management, it also emphasizes the importance of curating content that not only informs but also inspires the students emotionally, and it should create a purposeful learning atmosphere. ऐसे भी जब आप क्लासरूम का रूटीन भी बनाते हो, आप टाइम टेबल भी बनाते हो, आपका फर्स्ट पीरियड में अगर पीएचई हो जाता है, उसके बाद म्यूजिक हो जाता है, एंड फोर्थ पीरियड में जाके आप मैथ्स देते हो, देन योर कंटेंट मैनेजमेंट इज पुअर. यू डोंट नो हाउ टू डिलीवर योर टाइम इफेक्टिवली. आपके किस पीरियड के बाद किस पीरियड होना है, लंच ब्रेक के बाद किस पीरियड को देना है, एट द लास्ट आपको किस पीरियड को देना है, टाइम टेबल में किसको एंगेज करना है, कैसे एंगेज करना है, that also comes under your content management. The next one I have already told, this is conduct management. This is establishing a positive and respectful classroom environment. And of course, it involves setting clear expectation. I repeat, dear teachers, it is involving setting clear expectations. As teachers, we can never be ambiguous. आपने कभी बोला ही नहीं कि क्लासरूम में आप किस तरह के बिहेवियर एक्सपेक्ट करते हो, और उसके बाद when the students are going wrong, when their behavior is not up to the mark, you cannot tell that you are wrong, go out of my class. You have to set clear expectations, clear rules and guidelines for their behavior. And while doing so, while you are setting the expectation, while you are setting the rules, please involve your students. आप क्लास के जो पहला दिन है या पहला 2-3 दिन है, आप उनको पूछ ही सकते हो कि अगर क्लास में कोई नेगेटिव बिहेवियर दिखाए या क्लास में कोई होमवर्क करके नहीं आए, तो व्हाट डू यू एक्सपेक्ट, क्या होना चाहिए उसके साथ, उनको बोलने दीजिए. किस तरह का पनिशमेंट अलाउड है, मैं कैसे, ये तो एक पॉजिटिव बिहेवियर नहीं है, तो इस पॉजिटिव बिहेवियर को कर्ब करने के लिए मैं क्या करूं जो आपके लिए अलाउड है. ठीक है. सो involve them in setting the rules, and once the rules are set, You tell that these rules are to be abided by all the students. You need to promote a culture of empathy and inclusivity. Empathy should be there. You should have compassion for the emotional things, for the mental or emotional feelings of your student. But at the same time, the inclusivity should be there. And effective conduct management, it helps the students to develop emotional intelligence. It will develop self-discipline. It will actually give you some helping hand in conflict resolution. By nurturing positive social interaction, teachers can create an atmosphere where students will feel safe and valued and respected, which is very, very crucial for optimal learning. If the classroom is not a respectful one, if the students are not feeling safe and valued, it is not going to help you as an educator. You can never deliver your lessons effectively. And the last one I told in these three components, that is the covenant management, that is about building the meaningful relationship. I told it's like a not written contract between the teachers and the students. And this is based on mutual trust and understanding. The students should know the teacher is someone who will understand. Maybe I'm in a very bad time. It's a teacher with whom I can tell where the problem lies and in what way I can be helped. It emphasizes the importance of creating a sense of belonging. The class doesn't belong to the school owner only. The classroom doesn't belong to the school building. The classroom doesn't belong to the school management only. A sense of belongingness should be there from the part of the students and from the part of the teacher. It should be a close and positive community where everybody is valued and everybody values what they are getting. If there is a scratch on the desk and the student who is sitting on the desk doesn't feel कि मेरे desk पर एक scratch लगा है, ये मेरा desk है, इसके ऊपर scratch कैसे लग सकता है, तब तक covenant management आपका complete नहीं है. So this component involves active listening, open communication, and fostering the emotional connections, the belongingness that go beyond the traditional teacher-student dynamics. It's not about, I'm not talking about the time when the teacher was a sage on the stage. Here, the teacher is a guide by the side. A teacher is a friend, philosopher, and guide. You need to nurture the relationship. There should be mutual respect. There should be mutual understanding. And the educators will promote the student agency, student community, and create an environment which is conducive to personal growth and resilience. And so, covenant management is also very, very important. Now, let us talk about the classroom management for building positive relationship. Whatever we have understood and discussed till now, that were all about building positive relationship. But whatever goes on inside the classroom, that must be positive. So learn students as a teacher, learn the students' names quickly. You are a class teacher, you must be knowing the students' names. आप ये नहीं बोल सकते हो अरे ये जो थर्ड बेंच का सेकंड स्टूडेंट नहीं. You need to know their names and greet students with a warm smile every day. Show interest in their ideas and you should have feelings for them. You listen to them respectfully. If some student is quiet in your class suddenly and he or she is looking gloomy, you should ask कि क्या हुआ? आपका तबीयत ठीक है ना? घर में सब कुछ ठीक है ना? It matters. It matters a lot. Students learn better when they feel that they are valued and they feel the connection with the teacher. Set clear rules and expectations, that is true. But you can tell them, use very positive language, be assertive, don't be hostile, raise your hand before speaking. don't shout. Raise your hand before speaking. Don't use your pencil to scribble on the wall. Rather, you tell that there is your notebook for scribbling, not the walls. Walls are not meant for scribbling. So display the rules visibly, be assertive in the classroom, and practice a good classroom routine every day. Encourage the students' participation. Use group discussion, use pair activities, ask open-ended questions, let there be quizzes, let there be questions from the student side, rotate leadership roles. मतलब अगर आप मॉनिटर सिलेक्ट कर लिए हो 3 महीना के बाद दूसरा मॉनिटर सिलेक्ट करिए ना. Give them leadership role. Tell them that for this program, I depend on you. You have to plan and you have to write down the plan and you have to execute the plan. ठीक है, आप supervise करते रहो, but give them some leadership, give them some freedom, let them work. Use positive reinforcement. You praise their effort. Not only the high marks are to be praised, you also celebrate very small improvement. क्लास में कोई बच्चा अच्छा मैथ्स नहीं बनाता है लेकिन बहुत अच्छा ड्राइंग बनाते हैं, आप कम से कम उतना प्रेज तो कर सकते हो ना. यू कैन टेल एनकरेजिंग वर्ड्स, एक्सलेंट थिंकिंग, गुड एफर्ट. चलो और एक बार कोशिश करें, पूरा सही नहीं हुआ लेकिन आपने किया तो. Creating an emotionally safe environment. Never embarrass students publicly. I've already told. Handle mistakes kindly. If you want to just correct them and you feel that the student has gone very wrong, you make them, you just call them separately and you tell them. Never insult them publicly. आपके लिए वो अच्छा चीज नहीं है. आपका मैनेजमेंट का कोई या आपका प्रिंसिपल या आपका कोई भी हो, वो अगर आपको बुला के पब्लिकली आपको इंसल्ट करे, वो आपको पसंद नहीं होगा, स्टूडेंट को भी पसंद नहीं होता है. Teach respect for differences. There can be a boy or a girl in the class whose maybe the skin color is different from the others. That doesn't mean that you have to disrespect. You have to disrespectful for that different type of look or for the different type of behavior. Respect should be there also for differences. There are differences. आज का पूरा दुनिया जो है उसमें बहुत सारे डिफरेंस है. मेंटल डिफरेंस, इमोशनल डिफरेंस, बिहेवियरल डिफरेंस, लुक का डिफरेंस, उसको रेस्पेक्ट करना सीखना है. हैप्पी क्लासरूम्स आर फियर फ्री, inclusive and supportive. Make learning fun and actively use games, storytelling, role play, quiz, peer learning, include music, art, movement, connect lessons with real life examples. Later in the classroom, there can be quizzes, there can be projects where the students are working together and they are getting their emotional skills, they are getting their social skills, and they are actually becoming more compatible to each other. Maintain consistency and fairness. You need to apply rules equally to all students. You cannot be biased to someone. Stay calm during indiscipline situation. Be predictable, be fair, and be unbiased. You can be very strict. There's nothing wrong to be strict. But at the same time, you have to be unbiased and you have to be assertive. मतलब हॉस्टाइल होना नहीं है, hatred शो नहीं करना है, but you have to show your fairness and you should be consistent. What are the ways of managing behavioral issues in the class? You have to keep students engaged. You must move around the classroom. I have seen teachers who are till today, they are attached to their podium. They are attached to their table. If you can't move around the classroom, then actually while you are moving around the classroom, your body language is telling that this class is mine. Every student is mine. So whatever they are doing, I am responsible for them And that's why I'm taking care of them. The supervision should be very positive and very obvious. Move around the classroom, notice early signs of distraction, redirect the behavior gently. You can tell, let us focus together, let us work in a better way, encourage cooperation. Don't encourage competitions which are very intense. Use team activities, promote peer support, appreciate collaboration, appreciate the social coordination. And these help students to develop friendship. And that is important. Include student voice and choice. Let the students choose project topics sometimes. Let them speak. Not always the teacher should speak. If you get 40 minutes for speaking, you speak for 15 minutes. The other 25 minutes should be there for the engagement of the students. Organization of the classroom. The physical classroom should be very well maintained. It should be clean. It should be good spelling. You keep the classroom colorful. Keep it very clean and neat. Display the students' work. They will love it. Remember this. कोई भी स्टूडेंट कोई अच्छा काम करते हैं उसको अगर डिस्प्ले कर देते हो and the moment he or she enters into the classroom, he sees the particular work that is displayed, he feels valued and he feels the belongingness. So display the students' work. That is very, very positive thing. Arrange sitting for interaction and comfort. Ensure proper lighting and ventilation. These are the very basic things, but very important things. Practice emotional check-ins. How are you feeling today? Ask them. Mood chart, smiley card. You're feeling gloomy. You are looking like this smiley. You are looking like this smiley. Let them exchange the smiley cards. There can be short moments of mindfulness. In the assembly also, you can tell them to close their eyes and deep breathe for 2 minutes. That will give them that mindfulness and that will make them calm. The students will be emotionally ready to learn. And a happy classroom, again, I'm reiterating, it is respectful, it is safe, it is inclusive, it is interactive, it is encouraging, student-centered. And after all these told, after all this discussed, I'll tell that effective classroom management is not about strict control. It is about creating an environment which is caring. It is a structured environment where students are happy to come, where students are happy to be engaged. And when they are happy to be engaged and active, they will enjoy learning. Where here the teachers can handle discipline with kindness. If you want your classroom to be very, very disciplined, who told you that you have to avoid impact? You can be very kind, at the same time you can be very strict. There are great teachers who are very strict with their academics, but at the same time, they are very kind to their students and they are great teachers. Students will become happier if your classroom is such a one where the students are feeling safe, they are feeling respectful, they are well treated, they feel that they all are included, and the total environment is interactive, it encourages them, and it is student centered, and it's a kind one. Then the students will become happier, they will be more confident, they will be more successful social being. आज के जमाना में सिर्फ इंटेलेक्चुअल हम लोग आईक्यू लेके बात आजकल नहीं करते हैं. अभी ईक्यू का जमाना है. इमोशनल quotient is more important. The student should be emotionally, they can be very positive, they should be happier, they should be a social being. Very, very selfish, self-centered human beings are not good for the entire society. When we are talking about successful human being, when we are talking about effective learning, it's not only the academic part, but the emotional part, the emotional quotient, the social quotient, the different type of thinking, like thinking out of the box, the creative thinking, the critical thinking, all are very, very important. And when the students are instilling these social skills, emotional skills, and other skills, then only they will be successful. Only cramming something, writing something in the examination, and passing the examination with great marks cannot make them successful. So, at the end, we will together understand that a happy classroom is a place where children feel inspired to learn and free to grow. For making learning exciting, you need to use games and quizzes. Sometimes you can use, every day you can use group discussion. After discussing something, a certain topic, you can ask 2, 3 students to come near to your podium and they can start a group discussion. There can be a healthy debate also. Storytelling, it's a great thing for your classroom teaching. It's a great pedagogy. I'm not talking about all teachers, but all our great teachers, they have all involved storytelling in imparting their lesson. Remember, when you are telling your students engaging stories, they will never forget this during their lifetime. आप कुछ भी बहुत कुछ बोल के जाते हो एकेडमिक्स के बारे में, शायद भूल जाते हैं, but when you actually relate them with a story, with some real life example, then they will never forget that. There should be smart classroom activities. There can be role play. There can be project when they are taking care of the project together. Educational videos, these are also going a long way in the learning of different topics and subtopics. जैसे क्लास 8 में शायद एक चैप्टर है, उसमें आपको एग्रीकल्चरल टूल्स के बारे में बताया जाता है. आप अगर उसको एग्रीकल्चरल टूल्स नहीं दिखाते हो, then it is very, very difficult for the urban students to know what are they actually looking like or what they are actually doing in the field, in the agricultural field. लेकिन आप अगर एजुकेशनल वीडियो डाउनलोड करते हो, स्मार्ट क्लासरूम में उसको दिखाते हो, बच्चा समझ जाते हैं. हो का मतलब ऐसा है, वो ऐसा दिखता है, उससे ये काम होता है. एक ट्रैक्टर जो है वो ऐसा दिखता है, उससे ये काम होता है. So educational videos are also very, very helpful to make your learning exciting and engaging. And what are the benefits of use all these? Students become more active and more interested, and they actually understand better. Okay. So the importance of student participation: give every student a chance to speak. Don't keep them dumb. जो क्लासरूम में सब लोग शांत होके बैठा रहता है, दैट्स अ वेरी डिसिप्लिन क्लासरूम. ये सोचने का कोई बात नहीं है. कोई शायद बोला था कि ऐसा शांति तो शमशान में भी मिलता है. ऐसा शांति नहीं चाहिए. गिव देम अ चांस टू स्पीक. दे शुड आस्क अबाउट देयर confusion. They should ask about genuine questions, and whenever there is a chance, you let them debate, let them discuss. Encourage teamwork. Celebrate small achievements. It can be a very small achievements. A student who used to get 20% is getting 40%. It's a big achievement for him or her. Please celebrate. Let there be a good round of applause. कोई एक अच्छा काम किया, छोटा सा अच्छा काम किया, बहुत अच्छा पेंटिंग बनाया, बहुत अच्छा गाना गाया. Celebrate it. Ask open-ended questions, and the outcome is students will feel valued and confident. Creating a positive classroom environment, a happy classroom environment, is very, very important for all of us to be effective educators. And for that, we need to maintain, I have already told, but I am reiterating, clean and colorful classroom, motivational charts and displays, display of the students' work, friendly classroom rules, and respect for every student. Remember, a peaceful classroom improves concentration. A happy classroom improves concentration. Build the emotional connection understand the students' feelings, support shy learners. There are some learners who will never open up. You need to ask them 100 times. कहाँ समझे हो, क्या नहीं समझे हो, दिखाओ आपका कॉपी दिखाओ, क्या किए हो, इस स्टेप में ऐसा क्यों किया. Support them. Avoid humiliation or harsh punishment. Create trust, friendship, be assertive, be unbiased. Emotional safety leads to effective learning. Technology and creative in learning. Modern teaching tools should involve your smart boards, your educational apps, your interactive presentation, audio-visual learning, and creative learning keeps students excited. If we talk about the challenges and solutions, challenges in a classroom is student boredom and the solution is interactive activities. If the challenge is fear of mistake, the solution is positive encouragement. If the challenge is lack of participation, the solution is group work and project work and games. If the challenge is classroom stress, then the solution is friendly environment. Conclusion, happy classrooms are creating successful students. Excited learners will always become confident learners, and the teachers play the most important role in building a joyful and happy and effective educational setup. The final message is a beautiful one. When students enjoy learning, success comes naturally. With this, I'll come to the end of today's presentation. I feel that everybody has felt that these discussions are very important for the teachers like us. And at the end, I'll tell you a big thank you for the patient hearing. If there is any question, you can discuss. Thank you. Is there anyone? Yeah, is the host somewhere there?
Very informative session. Really speaking, it's a really informative session. Sometimes we are knowing, we forget that how to handle that. It's allow us to brush up ourselves for the how to for implementation. Sometimes it's happened that so how to do, but just giving a chance to them to again to brush up. It's a really a wonderful session on behalf of the Aryavarta Sahodaya School Complex and on behalf of all the participants. I extend my heartfelt thanks to you, ma'am. Rama ma'am is
Thank you so much, ma'am.
very nice session. So now it's up to the participants. I already posted the attendance link and the quiz along with the quiz link. Kindly do it for 6:15. After that, link won't be active. One more request to all the participants and the in charges of the schools or the STNC of the schools. Many participants are joining very late. That is, please make them aware that it's just for not getting the certificates. It's for the knowledge. If you want to gain the knowledge, your participation is required. The participant need to hear it, need to listen it, need to understand it. For that, the timing also matters. So kindly ask them to be joined within 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Maximum can be late for the 10 to 15 minutes. After that, the participants were not allowed to enter the meeting room. Thank you,
Ma'am, if there is any question, then I'm very open to it. If there is a genuine confusion, the teachers can always ask. So I'll be here for 2-3 more minutes.
One participant is writing that link is not opening. Can anybody write that whether it is link opening or not? If it's yes, please write it is opening, or else I need to check it. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. It is opening. Thank you very much. So the participants, those who are facing the issues, please check your network connection and then I hope you can able to open it. Maybe ma'am, the Akshansh Rajvanshi, you are writing my link is not opening. For others, if it is opening, then it is opening for all. So kindly check network. Thank you. Thank you, Ram. Wonderful session once again. Thank you.
Good evening, and I'm again thankful for the opportunity. So, with
sorry,
that, I
ma'am.
bid you goodbye.
Sorry, because my video is not opening. Some technical glitches there, so I am unable to show my face to all of you.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Those who are writing link is not opening, ma'am, it is opening. If my video is opening, then I can show you that it is opening. Ma'am, it is link is opening, ma'am. I'm already checked it. Those who are writing that link is not opening, it is opening. Only select up to E7. Don't select the whatever I have written. All of you are requested to copy the link and keep it in your WhatsApp so that you can do it accordingly, because I'm going to end the meeting for all. Please copy the link. Two minutes only more. Please copy the link. Ha, ശേഷം വന്നോളൂ. Mute out that.